Once upon a time, in a quaint little town, lived a wise and loving grandfather named Samuel. Samuel had a heart that overflowed with stories, wisdom, and a deep sense of responsibility, especially when it came to his beloved grandson, Ethan, who was just 10 years old. Every Sunday, rain or shine, Samuel and Ethan embarked on an adventure. They would explore the woods behind their house, seeking hidden treasures and secret spots where they could sit and talk for hours. But there was something special about one particular place, a massive oak tree with branches that seemed to touch the sky. Underneath this ancient oak, Samuel would share tales of his own childhood, stories that painted vivid pictures of a bygone era. Ethan would listen with wide eyes, absorbing every word as if they were fragments of pure magic. Samuel's stories weren't just about his own adventures. They were about life, love, and the profound connection between generations. One sunny Sunday, as they sat beneath their beloved oak tree, Samuel noticed a hint of sadness in Ethan's eyes. "What's troubling you, my boy?" he asked, his voice filled with concern. Ethan hesitated for a moment before finally opening up. "Grandpa, I heard Mom and Dad talking last night. They're facing some tough times and they're worried about money. They think I don't know, but I do." Samuel placed a gentle hand on Ethan's shoulder and looked into his eyes, a knowing smile playing on his lips. "Ethan, my dear boy, let me share something with you. Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes we all face challenges. But it's in these moments that we discover the true depth of our love, responsibility, and sacrifice." Ethan furrowed his brow, seeking answers in Samuel's wise gaze. Samuel continued, "You see, my boy, love is not just about the joy and laughter we share on sunny days. It's about standing by each other when the storms of life roll in. Responsibility means doing what needs to be done, even when it's difficult. And sacrifice, well, that's the measure of our love. It's the willingness to give selflessly for those we hold dear." Ethan blinked back tears, realizing the profound wisdom in his grandfather's words. "But what can I do, Grandpa?" With a twinkle in his eye, Samuel replied, "You can be the best grandson any grandpa could wish for. You can be a pillar of strength for your parents, and you can share the love and happiness you bring to me with them. Together, we'll face whatever challenges come our way." As the weeks turned into months, Ethan took his grandfather's words to heart. He helped around the house, studied diligently, and approached life with a newfound sense of responsibility and maturity beyond his years. One day, as Samuel and Ethan sat beneath their oak tree, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves, and Samuel whispered, "You know, Ethan, this tree has seen generations come and go, just like our family, but it's the love, responsibility, and sacrifice we share that makes our family's story truly special." Ethan nodded, a profound sense of gratitude filling his heart. In the embrace of that ancient oak, the bond between grandfather and grandson grew even stronger, a testament to the enduring power of love, responsibility, and sacrifice, a legacy that would continue to inspire generations to come. After a few days, one crisp autumn evening, as the leaves danced to the ground in shades of red and gold, Samuel and Ethan sat on their favorite bench by the town's ancient oak tree. Its massive branches seemed to embrace them, and its leaves whispered secrets of the past. "Grandpa," Ethan began, his voice filled with wonder, "tell me about the war, the one you always mention." Samuel's eyes softened as he looked at Ethan. "Ah, the war," he sighed. "A time of darkness and despair, but also a time when I learned the true meaning of responsibility and sacrifice." With those words, Samuel began to weave a tale of his youth, transporting Ethan to a world of long-forgotten battles, courage, and sacrifice. He spoke of his days as a young soldier, of comrades who became brothers, and of the weight of responsibility that rested on his shoulders. Ethan listened intently, his wide eyes never leaving his grandfather's face. He could feel the emotions in Samuel's words, the weight of the past that he had carried for so long. As the story unfolded, it became clear that Samuel had faced unimaginable challenges during the war. He had not only fought for his country, but had also taken on the responsibility of caring for a group of orphaned children, becoming their protector and guiding light in a world filled with darkness. "Grandpa, that must have been so hard," Ethan whispered, his voice filled with empathy. Samuel nodded, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. "It was, my boy, but I did it for them, for the future. Love, responsibility, and sacrifice are intertwined, Ethan. They are the threads that hold the fabric of life together." Years passed, and as Ethan grew into a young man, he carried the lessons of his grandfather in his heart. He understood the importance of love, responsibility, and sacrifice, not just in times of war, but in everyday life. He became a compassionate and responsible young man, always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. One day, as Samuel and Ethan sat under the same ancient oak tree, its branches providing shade for a new generation, Samuel looked at his grandson with pride and love. "Ethan," he said, his voice trembling with emotion, "you are the embodiment of everything I hoped you would become. You've learned the most important lessons of life, lessons that were born out of love, carried through responsibility, and etched into the annals of sacrifice." Ethan smiled warmly at his grandfather, a tear of gratitude in his eye. "It's all thanks to you, Grandpa. You showed me the way." Their hands met, young and old, bridging the generations, and in that moment, under the watchful gaze of the ancient oak, the love, responsibility, and sacrifice that had bound them together shone brighter than ever before. Theirs was a legacy of love, a story of responsibility, and a testament to the enduring power of sacrifice. A tale that would live on in the hearts of their family for generations to come. So friends, hope you like the story. For more such amazing stories, like and subscribe to our channel, Amazytube.